growth mindset. There's fixed mindset and growth mindset. Those people that are open to new learning. Now look at this. I know this is a little blurry. Look at this last one. People with a fixed mindset are threatened by other people's successes. People with a growth mindset are inspired when other people have successes. This one, when people give you feedback, women, we don't like feedback sometimes. We need to learn how to take feedback better. But people in the fixed mindset, they don't want to hear it and they don't use it. People in the growth mindset, they actually say, what can I learn from this feedback or criticism? So changing to being open is a big thing in terms of gaining confidence. Number 2, stop ruminating so much. That's what I'm going to say about that. We need to work with ourselves on that. Think about what we're doing. Think about how long we're ruminating on things that bug us. And think of how we can get over that. The 4th, now have you heard me talk about this? Yes, you have. Women hate to do failure. Do you remember the Thomas Edison example? He tried about 900 times to make a light bulb. And someone said, how did you do that with so much failure? And he said, I didn't fail. I just learned 899 ways that a light bulb can't be made. So he learned from each thing and specifically didn't call it a failure in his mind. So specifically with this one, enduring a few hard knocks, having something that is, a little bit difficult, that's not the worst thing. We actually learn. And one of the tricks we found, and I've seen this happen well, is instead of having our goal, like when a woman runs for office, that's a scary, like runs for mayor or something, right? That's a scary thing. Instead of saying, it's all about if I am defeated, my world is ruined, instead of saying, dang, I was brave to do it, right? I learned, I took that step. You give yourself credit for going out there and actually doing something new, taking a risk, and moving through that. Next one is embrace struggles. Accept and endure or embrace struggles. It's how learning actually occurs. Do not avoid hard things. Figure out your own problems. You will develop faith in your ability to make things happen. The next one, remember I talked about perfectionism? Perfectionism is the enemy of good. It's also the enemy of confidence. What can you do? You need to learn not to rely on as much praise. Learn to feel satisfied when you've done your best, even though it might not have been perfect. Talk to other people about their mistakes and how they moved on, and look back at failures and obstacles because they can be useful. Sometimes if you've had a failure, what I've learned from my research, and I've written lots of books and lots of different things, is people that went back and looked at some hard times in life and actually thought about them, reflected on them, were able, even later in life, to learn a lot from them and become stronger. So instead of shutting them out, saying, I never want to talk about that again, going in your room, pounding on the bed, putting a pillow over your head, instead of doing that, what can I learn from this? You know what? I didn't used to do that so much, but I do that a lot now. So I've trained myself to do that, and that's something that I would suggest as well. Not just me. I'm a researcher, so this stuff that I'm telling you comes out of the research, and that's important to know. Next one, take more risks. All right, what are risks? This doesn't mean you have to go crazy and go skydiving. It does not mean you have to go, do something totally crazy. What's a risk for you? Do you remember at the first when I said it's stepping out of your comfort zone that you actually learn the most? That's when you push yourself to grow. So if you don't love to meet new people, maybe you go to an event and your whole thing is, I'm going to talk to 2 new people today. Maybe that's a risk for you, right? So you talk to 2 people, and maybe you were really awkward in one of those conversations, and maybe you were like, but what do you tell yourself? I did it. I talked to 2 more people. That was good for me. So think about what, I'm not saying go overboard on these risks. I'm saying just think of what you do and what makes you slightly uncomfortable, what you want to get better of, like public speaking. Maybe you're scared to death of public speaking. Maybe, you do just a little. You give yourself 1 minute. You say something in class. You raise your hand and actually make a comment. Maybe you haven't done that before. And maybe it didn't come out perfect, but what you tell yourself is, dang, I did it. I'm good. I took that. And then the next time, you can train yourself. You can become more confident. Oh, I love that thing right there. That's important. Let me turn around so I can read it. I just know it's important because I put it in bold so I would see it. You can fail and not be a failure. That's critical. And then decrease your reliance on praise. And then focus on we instead of me. Women don't like me, 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 me. If we say we can do this, we can change the world, that helps us more. And do you like that last one in bold? Other people aren't thinking about you all the time. Women, we think other people are thinking about us all the time.